Elizabeth loves Lidl. So when on holiday in Pula, what did we do? And I can't believe I'm saying this. We went into Lidl. Now the first thing that we noticed was that the outside of Lidl in Croatia looks very, very similar to the outside of Lidl in Britain, apart from that big cross on the door, I suppose. And you can recycle your plastic by the looks of it. There we go, it's an ATM. Wow, and then I try and go in the wrong way. Is Laz means out, apparently. There we go. Or Laz, of course, means in. There we go. Little baskets, pretty much the same. And then we looked at the bakery looked a bit different, we thought. And yeah, we did a bit of a double take. And they had some quite nice looking sort of pizza type things. A lot of the bread and the pastries are very, very similar to what you get in Knaresborough. Same tongs as well. But there we go. There was a funny thing in a plastic thing. And anyway, chocolates looked very, very similar. In fact, we recognised some of the branding, I think. Almost the same. Less of a bread section. But yeah, all of the biscuits looked very, very similar to what you get in the UK. They did seem to have a bit of a fetish for biscuits in Croatia. I don't know whether it's... I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. That's a bad joke, isn't it? Anyway, so we were walking through coffee. There we go. Coffee and the meat. So there were some quite nice bits of pork loin there and spare ribs. It looked similar, very similar to what UK little meat counters look like. Fruit and veg, and you'll see fruit and veg. I mean, I thought the fruit and veg looked a bit sorry for itself. Wasn't much there at all, and it wasn't refrigerated at all, so it all sort of wilted. They love mini cucumbers by the looks of it. So I was very impressed to see Kozel. Was it the prancing goat? I think Kozel, dark and pale. It looked about the same price as UK. Had some Jägermeister there, I think, and then middle. Obviously, Postregetta Prisia means middle of Lidl. So there we go. We're looking at the middle of Lidl. And fruit and veg again looking pretty good. Aldi's got a middle of Lidl as well, although I think they don't call it middle of Lidl in Aldi, do they? Some very nice coat. Prastreva Dom means middle of Lidl. I don't know. My Croatian isn't very good. And what's this? This looks like cheeses. Well, although I got quite excited here, but I saw some cheddar. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. But so yes, we saw some Lidl some meats there. Look. Then, oh yes, lots of pickles and stuff. Again, big in Croatia, lots of little pickles and things. Very close to Italy, so there was a massive selection of Italian foods, and particularly pasta, as you can see. And oh yeah, here's the cheddar I was mentioning. Look, Valley Spire cheddar in Croatia. That must be a big seller. But I think a lot of these generic brands, I think you see these in our local store, which is in Knaresborough. So freezers looked identical to what you would see in the UK. One thing I did notice, and you'll see this a bit, that they have big fridges full of milk in UK supermarkets. It doesn't seem so much of a thing. They just got like a shelf of milk. There it is. Look, UHT milk seems a much bigger thing. I've always found that abroad. Maybe it's the temperature. I don't know. And the 30% Jeffelot, which means apparently 30% off. I guess there are some lovely things there. Or Space Runners ice creams, very tasty. This is the frozen food section. And this is the toiletries. I go. Oh no, this is not toiletries. This is washing powder. Same sort of thing, I suppose. Persil. Wow, they like Persil in Croatia. And this is again the Zanati Komadi, 30% off. And there were some various things in here. I think there were some like funny bready things that I saw. I didn't understand what they were. And then fabric softener. Fabric softener, of course, lives natural bedfellow of frozen food. That's why it's next to it, probably. We strayed back into middle of Lidl. Now I've been doing this for like 4 minutes, and I'm guessing no one is still watching at this point. But it just seems that I'm sort of commentating on walking through a Lidl shop, which, if anyone is watching, then please put it in the comments that you are still watching, because I'd be most impressed if you are. This is olive oil and things. Look, there we go. That's a big wafer. I fact that was odd. Really, just a big wafer, about sort of a foot square. That was. Bits of nuts and things there. A bit more coffee, I think, and then we've got a lot more biscuits. and then some washing powder. Back to the middle of Lidl. So Elizabeth, how does the middle of Lidl compare with what you're used to at home?
Very good.
Better or worse than Knaresborough, would you say?
Worse.
Worse.
Knaresborough's very nice.
Well then, Lidl in Pula, not as good as Knaresborough. Now there was no shortage of beer, and I think this was the reduced area again. Yeah, some chocolate there, look. And into the wine. Now, to give you an idea, bottle of wine, about, in fact there's 29 that is, so divide that by 8, what's that, £3.50, something like that. It's not expensive. And then we've got some cider. There seem to be big on cider in Croatia. Don't know whether that's a thing there. And Argus English ale, apparently, next to the Pilsner Urquell, Heineken. Bit of everything. Oh, that's the local stuff. I've been on that for a week. And look at that. That's the same. Now that's the same beer as they've got at home. It's the steam beer. Now there is a big thing on meat spreads in Croatia. Fish spreads, meat spreads. I made an unfortunate mistake at breakfast. I took a little sachet I thought was jam and spread it, and it was fish. It wasn't very nice. Now this is the water, as you'd expect. We've been drinking that brand all week, and lots of others. I saw some San Pellegrino somewhere, I think, as well. And to the till point, and round the corner you'll see a bit of a picture of the arena of Pula. I think there is, look, very impressive. Have a look at my other video on Pula. I'll put a link up here. And these are some of the brands I recognised again from the UK. And finally, Elizabeth allowed me to leave, and we walked back out to resume our holiday, having looked at what Lidl in Croatia has to offer. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Also, I'd be very grateful if you could like this video and hit that notification bell. If you do that, you'll continue to receive lots more rubbish just like this.